everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Pass to Lloyd. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Pass to Vizenkov. Here's Papanikolaou. And a miss there on the triple. From down in the low post, it goes. Wide open look. Gabriel with the rebound. Jokic off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Five on the clock. There's the screen. Goes back up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for two.
The first one falls. Both shots good from the stripe. And there's the drive, and it's blocked. And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Lloyd on the three off target.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Pass to Fournier. 4 on the clock. Tries again. And no good that time.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
He takes it in.
They worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
There's a good screen. Pass to Lloyd. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Now, here's Fournier. He's guarded closely. Here's Papanikolaou. From deep three-point land. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Pass to Lloyd. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Lloyd's got 6.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
52 seconds left to play here in the first. They set the pick. Got a hand on it. Here's Gabriel. Nothing on the board. Kept alive. Spins. Jokubaitis drills the three-pointer. He has 5.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
23 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Fall. Makes it off the glass.
That's unblockable unless they can get a bigger man on him. Got to learn your lesson.
Driving in, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Well, everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
Inside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Peters has got his first points of the game.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
The 3. Can't hit that one. Pass to Dorsey. Lets it go with the 3. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Covered by Evans. Six on the shot clock. From the arc. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
That's tipped. Dorsey passes to Peters. Evans feeling it out a bit. Offensive rebound. Peters with the bucket. Peters has got 4 points in the quarter.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Covered by Evans. Shoots from 14. It's hauled in by Dorsey. Pass to Peters. Now here's Evans. To the paint. It's tipped. Peters with the bucket. Peters has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
From deep, Evans buries it from 3-point range.
That's one of the best 3-point shooters. You've got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left in the first half of the game. And that one, good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Covered by Evans. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off. Now
Dorsey. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. For the three. Here's Milutinov. No good with the layup. Buries the long-range jumper. He has 5.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Evans outside. Down low.
Away team foul. Cohen. First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Five to shoot. Board grabs the board. The shot from the low post is good.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And here's Evans. 5 points in the game. To halt the run. The shot by Dorsey, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
They set the pick. It could go. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we've reached halftime in this one. They're up by 8. They'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Make some noise and get ready.
Thanks for being with us. First off,
I think we have a good idea of who's going to make it. But a couple of bubble dudes who have said they really want this either need to step up or...
turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the visiting team. And that is it for halftime.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. They've got Fall, and it's Vezenkov in at the power forward. The layup off target. Driving to the basket, and that one's good, boy.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Inside. Here's Vezenkov. Picked his pocket. They set the screen. Six to shoot. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. And a great time to check out the power rankings. See how the teams are stacking up across the league. They're still dominant, sitting at number 1 once again.
And you know, right now for the visiting team, they just can't seem to find the mojo they need to move up the rankings. They've tinkered with their lineup, but so far they just keep getting the same result.
And that one's good, boy.
Yeah, there's really no defense for that one. Turnaround jumper, on time, on target.
Pass to Papanikolaou. The tray. Here's Vezenkov. Over to the wing. Papanikolaou kicks to Fournier. Puts up a deep three. That one's not going to go.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
To the paint. Here's Fall. Can they get it? Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Lloyd. Three-pointer. They grab their own miss. There's a screen. Shoots the three. Clock at 6. He dialed that one up from long distance. He's got 7.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Here's Papanikolaou, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Here's Lloyd. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved. A full team effort.
Up top, Fournier. Scoreless thus far. It's Fournier on the wing. A minute 20 left in the third.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
There's the drive. The shot, no good. To the inside. Papanikolaou off target at the rim.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
They get it again. No good that time. Launches a three. Rebounded by Papanikolaou. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Vezenkov. There's the pick.
Away team foul. Number 14. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your home.
First free throw is good.
0. Taking 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Up by 15. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after a good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Evans, right side. To the middle. Here's Milutinov. Board grabs the board. From downtown. That shot off the mark. Pass to Dorsey. Kicks it out to Evans. Here's Horde. Peters grabs the miss.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
It's tipped. Evans with the steal. Here's Milutinov. Yep, it counts.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Evans with the steal. And they're pushing it up. Here's Peters. And he lays it straight in.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Cans it from downtown.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Evans, good.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Covered by Evans. No good with the triple.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Dorsey, that's good. Here's Cohen, drives to the hoop, and botches the dunk. Pass to Efes, inside. It's deflected. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here, beyond the arc. No good on the shot. Here's Dorsey. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Dorsey's got 4 points in the quarter.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive.
Ford's gone 1 of 4 from the field. To the inside. 9 feet out. Got a piece of it. And they're able to recover. Here's Dorsey. Here's Peters. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
The coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Evans with the rebound.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Second team foul.
Sure, they've got enough time to save themselves.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Now Dorsey. Just 5 on the clock. The shot, no good. And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie barred the door. Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
To the paint. Here's Milutinov and a missed layup. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over. Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
Pass to Dorsey. And he gets it to go. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson, joined courtside by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter tonight, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Here's Larkin. Right wing. Here's Poirier. Offline with a three. Here's Papanikolaou. Thompson pulls it in. Larkin passes to Nora. And he jams it home with authority.
What nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Here's Papanikolaou. Outside Fournier. Down low.
Away team foul. Texas. First personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Clock at 6. There's a screen. Thompson with a steal.
A sloppy pass. Have to be more precise than that.
He drops it from range.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. And he buries his first look.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Larkin. Pass to Smits. Here's Nora. Shot clock at 6. Drives to the hoop. For 3. Unable to get that one. Outside Fournier. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. There's a screen to the inside. Here's Fall. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Fall's got his second basket of the night. Here's Larkin. Basket's good.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. To the paint. Zinkoff got a hand on it.
It'll be a turnover. The ball goes to the away team.
Here's Larkin. .149 left in the opening quarter.
Boy, defense non-existent there. But they catch a break as he whiffs.
Pass to Fournier. Shoots. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
Fournier is somebody you can't allow to get comfortable. I mean, his jumper is cash moolah.
There's the drive. Here's Smits. 1:14 left to play in the first. Hits a three-pointer. Larkin's got 5 points. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Pass to Fournier. The three. The offensive rebound. Six to shoot. And there's the screen. To the inside. To the middle. Tipped away. From 20 feet. Larkin with the bucket. He's got 7.
Assist from Fournier.
32 seconds left in the first. Here's the break. The shot won't fall. Here's Papanikolaou. And he drives in, and he dunks it down.
I mean, that was just terrific work to stay in control and finish.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
11 seconds left in the first quarter. It's Thompson, high post. Yep, that one goes. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. They're up by 3. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
Here's Dorsey. There's the screen. Here's Peters. It's stolen by Johnson. Pass to Oturu. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Here's Dorsey. Misses from short range.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Here's Bobois. Here's Oturu. And another shot. And at last, they get one to fall.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Oturu with the rebound.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Here's Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Here's Dorsey. No points so far. Shot clock at 5. Will it go? And the layup is good.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Now here's Bryant. Puts up a 3. Drains the triple. Bryant's got 5.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possession.
Here's Dorsey. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Dorsey's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. DA?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a 3-point play here.
Two of the core components of team basketball, setting good screens and using them well.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. They set the screen. The kick out to Johnson. Pass to Oturu. Back to Johnson. Here's Oturu. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow, man. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And here comes the break. They get it back. Here's Dorsey. Here's Peters. No good with a layup.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Oturu passes to Johnson. Basket counts. Johnson's got 4 points this quarter.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Peters, covered by Johnson. Pass to Dorsey. Let's go with a 3. Oturu with the rebound. Oturu's got 4 rebounds in the game. It's intercepted. Inside. Oh, it's stolen. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Bryant outside. There's a screen by Johnson. Jacks up a 3. And it's Dorsey with the rebound. Down low.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
At the line for your home team.
And he knocks down the first one.
2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Knocks down the triple. Johnson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
And the first half now in the books. They lead by 11. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the 3rd quarter started.
34.
You have to ask yourself, how much better can they play? Good decision-making, they made shots. That's very impressive, man.
And we've got the playoff picture. Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Here's Larkin. And there's the drive. Pass to Poirier. The three-pointer off the mark. Outside Fournier. Sinks that one from the post. Fournier's got his second bucket of the night.
And I like the size that Fournier has as a shooting guard. Actually, great size. I mean, he's more than ready to take advantage of that when the opportunity presents itself.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Here's Larkin. 7 points in the game. Nora, pass to Larkin. Now here's Thompson. Clock at 4. He buries it from 3. Thompson's got 8 points.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
And with a little over a minute gone by, the second half is underway. You got a piece of it. Here's Poirier. Off target at the rim. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
First personal foul.
And that one misses. 90 seconds into the second half now. Here's Larkin. Off with the layup.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Pass to Fournier. The shot. Thompson pulls it in.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Here's Smits. Fournier covering. The 3 from Thompson. Nails it from 3. He's got 11.
Ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Now Fournier. From downtown. Poirier with the rebound.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
And here's Thompson for 3. No good on that one. His first miss. He's 4 for 5 now. Thompson against Fournier. On the wing, Fournier. To the inside. Fall. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Fall's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, the clever Frenchman. Fournier solid at recognizing when the defense isn't covering one of his teammates.
He takes it in, and he gets that one.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from it.
Over to the left wing. Fires for 3. And he recovers it. Pass to Fall. Back to Fournier. They set the pick from the arc. Pure from 3-point range. Fournier's got 7 points.
Boy, you've got to corral Fournier on these pick and rolls. I mean, he just knows how to pick the defense apart if you don't.
Here's Smits. Here's Poirier. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Papanikolaou. Oh, he gets it to Fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit. 1:07 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Goes in. Misfires there. 4 for 6 in the game now. Here's Vasenkov.
Away team foul. 3. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
.51 seconds left in the third quarter. To the middle. Here's Papanikolaou. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. He has 7.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
Here's Smits. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Inside. Pass to Poirier. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And he comes up with a bucket.
Assisted by Thompson.
Here's Papanikolaou. Now Fournier. Here's Papanikolaou. He has 7. Misses the baby hook. Here's Larkin. No good on the buzzer beater. The third quarter comes to a close. Leading by 8. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Here's Evans, covered by Bryant. Pass to Dorsey. To the paint. Here's Peters, and he jams it home with authority.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Can't get it to fall. Here's Beaubois. Outside Johnson. Oturu passes to Bryant. Here's Johnson. Can't cash it in from close range. Fourth quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Pass to Evans. 4-3. They grab their own miss.
Home team foul. First personal foul.
About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Here's Beaubois. Back to Bryant. Just 5 on the clock. Yep, that one goes.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Oturu with a rebound. Oturu's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Johnson. And he drives in. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
Here's Beaubois. Yes, sir, and it's Bryant picking up the assist. Beaubois has got his first 2 points.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
The shot by Evans, no good. Bryant outside. And the 3 off target.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Here's Peters. Oturu with a rebound. Oturu's got 6 rebounds in the game. Bryant outside. He tries for 3. No luck on that one. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter.
Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam. I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though.
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. But it sure does look good.
Pass to Evans. And there's a pick to the middle. Here's Peters. Second chance effort. And finally, they hit one.
Activity on the glass. That's a possession that could have gotten away from them.
No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
And here's Bryant outside. That one no good. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gets it down to single digits.
Number 77. Home team foul. Dorsey. First personal foul. First team foul.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bobois. That one's good. And the assist to Bryant.
Always a good possession when you can get that kind of look. I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yeah, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Team foul. Daniel Oturu. Second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your home team.
First free throw is good, and that brings him with an 8.
2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. 23 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambled.
And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. And there's the screen. Takes it inside. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
At the line for your home team. Evans. 1 shot.
The visitors with the ball. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. And Bryant, here we go. And a nice finish on the layup.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out.
Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Larkin. He's out there with Thompson. And it's Poirier in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Larkin. Just 5 to shoot. From past the arc. They get it back. Smith's good.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
And that one, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Larkin. Pass to Smits, out left to the wing. Here's Larkin. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. Here's Gabriel. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Gabriel. Poirier grabs the miss. A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Here's Smits. Banked in off the glass.
Great find. Leading his teammate right to the bucket.
Here's Gabriel.
Team foul. Smith. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Lloyd. He's covered by Thompson. Down low. Jokic. No good from outside. And here's the fast break. On up the court. Thompson passes to Poirier. Here's Smits. Thompson surveying the floor. Shot clock at 6. Takes a 3. No good that time.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Jokic knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 5.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Launches it from deep. Nice shot by Larkin.
Oh, beautiful looking shot. I mean, when you can hit it from that deep, wow.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played.
Remaining first 2 minutes.
And the powerful one-handed slam.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Now here's Thompson. Here's Smits. A second chance effort. That shot is off target. That makes him 2 for 3. 1:35 left in the first quarter. Thompson from long range bangs home the trifecta.
always eager to shoot the three, and on the fast break, he knows it's going to be there for him.
Here's Lloyd, and he makes good on the layup.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Thompson outside. Pass to Larkin. Here's Smits. No good off the back of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Lloyd. He's covered by Thompson. Jokibitis. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Lloyd. Off target from outside. Thompson outside. Poirier. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
Good on the second free throw. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Here's Thompson. Here he goes. And it goes down 2 points. Thompson's got 5.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the sides.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
Rocket 2 from about 16, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And here is Bryant. Johnson with a screen on Randall. Kicks it out to Johnson. His 3-pointers off the mark. Here's the break. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And now that's how you start a fast break and how you finish it.
Ryan against Randolph. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Johnson outside. A 3-pointer is right on target. Johnson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
First personal foul.
On Thursday. And then on Thursday.
At the line for your home team, number 45.
And he knocks down the first one. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
And here's Bryant for 3. That one doesn't go. And here comes the break. Pushing it up. Defended by Bryant. Shot clock at 5. Inside, Cohen. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Ryan up top. He's covered by Randolph.
Number 11. First personal foul. First team foul.
Now Bryant. No scoring in this one. 5 on the clock. Off with the layup. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Defended by Bryant. Right side, Randolph. Count that bucket. Randolph's got his first basket.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Pass to Oturu. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
To the left wing. 1:51 left in the first half of basketball. And he banks in the layup.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Randolph against Bryant. They get the rebound. Pass to Oturu. Johnson outside. Launches it. The shot that time, not on target.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Outside for Randolph. To the middle. It's stolen. One-on-one fast break. Here's Johnson. Pass to Bryant on the wing. Johnson. Back to Bryant. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Bryant's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first half. Count it.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Pass to Johnson. And a close game so far through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. They're up by 4. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Guys, I want to talk about something else for just a second. Is it me, or have the alternative jerseys around the...
How have they kept it this close? Their D has been invisible. Come on, fellas, get after it.
Yeah, just a few more stops and this score would be... Thank you for being with us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Jokic lays it up off the glass. He's got 7.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Now here's Bryant. Pass to Johnson. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
That's good from Johnson. It's a close game here in Philadelphia. Here's Lloyd. Takes it inside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Lloyd's got his second basket of the night.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Thompson is out there with Larkin. Then it's Johnson. And it's Nora in at the small forward.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Jordan and Nora.
Good on both. Out to the wing. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Poirier grabs the miss. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. We've got Thompson. Larkin out there with Johnson. And it's Poirier in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Lloyd. Offensive rebound. Pass to Horde. Drills the three-pointer. Horde's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Thompson outside. Here's Poirier. The three. Rebounded by Lloyd.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the three of his own.
And it's Horde missing. Pass to Johnson. Here's Larkin. Now here's Johnson. Here's Poirier. Thompson outside. They set the pick from deep. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Thompson's got 8 points.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And the shot goes in. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And the layup's good off the glass. Thompson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Gabriel. Clock at 6. Maccabi is guarded by Johnson. Poirier grabs the miss. Poirier's got 6 rebounds in the game. Johnson down low. He has 6. Poke loose. And here we go. Here's Lloyd. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Thompson dishes to Johnson. Back to Thompson. Over to the left wing. Here's Horde. Driving inside. Oh, and he misses the dunk. And here's the fast break. On the wing, Thompson. To the left side wing. Larkin, the pass to Poirier. To the wing on the left. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Larkin. Pass to Nora. Thompson with it. For 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Thompson's got 13.
Well, he's going back to the arc. He might be building some momentum from range here in the second half.
Here's Lloyd. Here's Horde. And there's the drive. Nice fake with the layup off the mark. Here's Poirier. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Larkin out there with Thompson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Poirier in at the center. And that one drops for him.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
The shot by Thompson, no good. Randolph in the post. He's guarded by Johnson. Nice shot by Randolph.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Thompson. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Picked by Randolph. Cranes the three-pointer.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Bryant looking over the floor. Pass to Johnson. 6 to shoot from outside the arc. Not going to go that time.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Defended by Bryant. And it's Bryant with the rebound. Here's Johnson driving to the basket. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Second team foul.
Ryan against Randolph. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, what I want to know, where is the communication defensively?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
Ryan against Randolph. Johnson sets the screen for Bryant. Pass to Johnson. From outside, off the mark.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
Bryant with it. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Here's the three. The shot misses. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Randolph, a screen on Bryant. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Taken away. Outside for Randolph. Good on the three-point shot.
Late reaction defensively. He quickly takes advantage, grows their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
And Bryant gets it to go.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Bryant defending. Jacks up a three. Oturu with the rebound.
This has reached desperation time for them.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
From deep, Bryant. Going inside.
You love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
7-second difference, shot in game clock. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point territory. Anadolu with the rebound. And here is Bryant. Misses the shot. And so they get the victory here at home. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what's the...
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. In transition, here they come. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. Right side, Fournier. From behind the arc. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Well, Evan Fournier staying on the move and working to get that three-point opportunity. Nicely done.
Here's Lloyd. Jokubaitis uses the glass on the layup.
No need to risk a shot from range when you can take it inside.
About a minute played here so far in the first. Fournier for 3. Rebounded by Gabriel. Fournier's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Lloyd can't get it to go.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Fast break. Here we go. Fires it from 18. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. And they're on the break. Here's Vezenkov. Oh, he picked him clean. Here's the break. Fires from deep. That shot, no good.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Jokubaitis banked it in off the glass.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Vezenkov. Six on the shot clock. Pulls up on the wing. Rebounded by Gabriel.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Lloyd can't get it to go.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Outside Fournier. From outside the arc. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. When I asked about guarding the big man, Domantas Sabonis, he told me his versatility is really tremendous. I told our guys to be aware of not just his scoring ability, but to clog up any passing lanes they see, because he can really move the ball too. It's going to take a total team effort from us. Let's see how things play out.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Fall. And off target. He starts the game 0 for 1. Here's Lloyd. 1:33 left to play in the first quarter. Buries it from 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Papanikolaou. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. There's a screen. With the floater. There's the steal.
They're beginning to take control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
50 seconds left to play in the first. Over to the wing. And here they come. Here's Horde. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here we go, 1-on-1. Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Fall. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. 6 to shoot. Fournier for 3. Rebounded by Gabriel.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Fournier for three. And so the first quarter is in the books. Up by 7. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Defensively, their gambles are paying off, jumping passing lanes and pressuring ball handlers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
And the shot goes. Randolph's gotten his first points in this one.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
Here's Evans. Inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
To the inside. Randolph. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Pass to Evans. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
And the powerful one-handed slam.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Here's Peters. Yet to see a basket. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Drops in the layup for 2.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
Here's Evans. Misses the jumper. Count the basket.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. From deep three-point land. Offensive board. Goes back up. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Pass to Randolph. Shot clock at 6. They set the pick. And it's rejected. Oh, swiped away.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
1:56 left to play in the first half. Here's Dorsey. No made baskets yet. Hey, hangs in midair and converts the double clutch layup.
Oh, what a mid-air adjustment. You know, he had to alter his release point, but didn't let it throw off the shot.
There's the drive, and that one is stuffed right through.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Here's Evans. Five to shoot. Lets it fly. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Gets the 3 ball to go. 5 points in the game.
And they've really been more consistent from the field this quarter.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance. Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
There's 38 seconds left in the first half. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Substitution on the court.
There's a screen. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And he drops them first.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Lloyd. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. And that one's good. Ward. Here's Evans. So we conclude the first half. Up by 15. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
15.
Thanks for...
They couldn't shut down the lane. Only thing that would stuff that is prime check. Maybe 2 of me.
Now that is a... Now let's take a moment here for... That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Here's Lloyd. There's the 3. A rebound by Vezenkov. Lloyd's gone 2 for 8, shooting just 25% from the field. And is good. Off the back rim and in. Fournier's got 5.
Well, from anywhere on the floor, you've got to be aware of Evan Fournier, even on the interior.
Here's Lloyd. Misses the 3. Lloyd's gone just 2 of 7 from distance. Fournier goes in. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, just a little bit of burst, right? The quickness of Fournier gets him to the cup.
First one falls for him.
At the line for 2.
Both good from the line that time. So it's the home team now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. They set a pick. Here's Lloyd, just 4 to shoot. Launches a 3. He drops it from range. He's got 9.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Outside Fournier. Takes the 3. They get it again. Here's Vezenkov. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Vezenkov's got his second basket.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Pass to Gabriel. Jokubaitis drills it from deep.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been 3s.
Outside Fournier. Here's the pick. The three. And no good. Here's Lloyd. That one goes. Count it. Lloyd's got 11.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
Pass to Fournier. To the wing, right side. Here's Vezinkov. Off target from outside. There's 1:54 left in the third. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 4 rebounds now. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt. And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus. I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Into the lane. Here's Fall. Offline with a baseline jumper.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Offensive rebound. Here's Lloyd. Pass to Horde. Three-pointer. Nails it from beyond the arc. Horde's got his second basket of the night.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Here's Vezinkov. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Vezinkov's got 7 points for the quarter. Here's Gabriel. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
27 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Lloyd. 11 points in the game. The three is up. Horde no good. On the break, it's stolen. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Leading by 17. All right, we're going to step. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. There's a screen. This one for three. Fournier with a rebound. Here he goes. Uses the glass on the layup.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Here's Evans. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Pass to Randolph. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
On the take, here's Evans. And that one is hammered home.
How good was that? Felt the taller defender on him, gave a little extra burst, and that's all it took.
The layup misses.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
The layup off target. They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A. Keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Got a piece of it. Randolph gets the bucket. Randolph's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall. 3 for 3. Here's Evans. Lets it go. The shot comes out. Well, Grant, it's obvious who's been in control of this game.
You know, you really have to appreciate their relentlessness.
Here's Randolph. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, there's the alley. And it's Dorsey with the rebound.
And the idea was good, but the execution severely lacking.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
With the drive.
And just a great screen.
And they got a high-powered finish out of it.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
That shot off the mark. Pass to Randolph. Beyond the arc. Drops in the 3. Randolph's got 5 points now this quarter.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Out to the right wing. No luck on that one. And you look at the development of AI. How might it affect the league going forward, Doris?
I think there's so much to be learned, Brian, about that exact thing, whether we are talking about the league or whether we're talking about society to a greater extent. As it relates to the league, how will teams employ it for scouting? Does it impact shot selection or player contracts? Maybe even the negotiation of the next CBA. Truth is, we really don't know. What we do know, it's coming fast.
The 3 is up. He can't hit that time. Connects from downtown.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Over to the wing. Here's Dorsey. Takes a 3. They grab their own miss. Here's Peters. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
First personal foul, 3rd team foul.
And the first one at the line is good.
Peters.
And he can't hit the second. Ooh, poked away. Down low. Banked it in off the glass. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter here.
Away team foul. Evans. First personal foul. 2nd team foul.
So it's the home team now. They led by as many as 18. Home crowd treated to a win. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be
This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Fall, and it's Papa Nicolau in at the 3 slot.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Vezenkov. Powered down with both hands.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Here's Larkin. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Papa Nicolau to the inside. 5 to shoot. He's covered by Thompson. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Larkin looking it over. From past the arc. Fall with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
To the paint. Here's Norrell. Pass to Larkin. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. It's deflected. Here's Fall. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Papa Nicolau. Count the basket.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Here's Larkin. He takes it in, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
Taking 2 shots. The play is under video review under NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to make a challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And that one falls for Larkin. And so he hits both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Plays it up and banks it in.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Thompson against Fournier. It's Thompson off the drive, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Fournier with the ball. It's tipped. Lets the 3 fly. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
1:56 left to play in the first quarter. To the middle. And Fall gets it to go.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Thompson inside the line. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. And when I asked Coach about his top priority of this game, he said, without hesitating, containing Sabonis. He added, he's a skilled low-post player who plays with a lot of power. And when he's not scoring, he's making plays for his teammates. So the defense has its work cut out for them. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Pass to Vezenkov. Just 5 to shoot. Poirier grabs the miss. Here's Thompson, drives to the hoop, and Thompson throws it down.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Smits. And here's Thompson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good. And so Thompson nails both of them. 12 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Papanikolaou. Sweet little floater. Papanikolaou's got his second basket.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Thompson for 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Hoping to continue that success from the line throughout this one.
Here's Bryant into the lane, and the dunk by Bryant.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, we'll take it.
Pull-up jumper. Fires for 3. The shot, no good. Here's Peters. Misses off the left eye. Shoots a 3, and no good. It's deflected. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Driving the lane. The kick out to Bryant. Pass to Nora. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Free throw good, Dorsey.
Dorsey taking 2 shots.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. Outside, Bryant. To the inside. They set the pick. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Some people, RJ, have called for fewer regular season games. Could that help?
Absolutely not. If Kareem Abdul-Jabbar can take commercial flights, and have to stay the night over and play 82 games, I think that the teams today can play 82 games.
Bryant with a screen on Evans. The kick out to Bryant. Shoots the three. Bangs home the trifecta. Bryant's got 5.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, coach has to be thrilled. You can draw up all the X's and O's you want, but guys have to go out there and execute with enthusiasm.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
There's a screen by Bryant. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
They are just killing him on the interior.
How about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball?
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Now Evans, still without a basket. His 3-pointers off the mark.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Pass to Dorsey. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One, they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And Bryant gets it to go.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's Dorsey. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Now here's Bryant. He's got 7. It's hauled in by Dorsey.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Peters, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Peters has got his second basket of the game.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Covered by Evans. Here's Norrell. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go with a 3. And here's Bryant outside. Again, the miss by Bryant.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Offensive rebound. Another shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
All the officials are all over that.
Free throw good, Dorsey.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
That one is no good.
And here in the second quarter, he's starting to work himself to the free throw line. That's a good move.
The 3 from Bryant. Again, the miss by Bryant. Here's Dorsey. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. That'll do it for the first half. Leading by 8. We'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
As a resident dunk contest expert, I could tell you, these are the names you want in the dunk contest, guys.
And returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the home team.
As a team.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. And the home team has possession. Thompson is out there with Larkin. And it's Smits in at the 4-man position. And it's Vezenkov with the rebound. Larkin's gone 2 for 5 tonight. We've got Evan Fournier. And it's Vezenkov in at the 4 spot.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
And that one drops. Larkin's got 9 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, GA?
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, we're just out there trying to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways. Here's Papanikolaou, and the layup falls. 10 points for him.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Fournier against Thompson. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Inside. Pass to Papanikolaou. There's the screen. Here's Vezenkov. Smits passes to Larkin. Down low. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's Thompson again missing. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Pick off in midair. Here's Vezenkov. And that one is hammered home.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
The offensive rebound.
See, what a rough quarter for him. Nothing seemingly going his way.
Here's Fournier, banked in off the glass. Fournier's got 5.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Thompson surveying the floor. Pass to Nora. 3-pointer. Here's Smits. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And the first one drops. He hits both from the stripe.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Outside Fournier. Here's Thompson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 15 points in the game.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
1:15 left to play here in the third. Here's Larkin. Pass to Smits. Launches a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Smits has got 5 points now this quarter.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
There's the drive. Out left to the wing. They set the pick. Clock at 4. Papanikolaou, good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Papanikolaou's gone a terrific 6 of 8 shooting from the floor. Thompson inside the line. Great look there, but off target.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
19 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Pass to Smits. And he banks in the layup. Smits has got 7 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
The third quarter comes to a close. They're up by 7. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. We've got Larkin. He's out there with Thompson. And it's Poirier in at the center position. The trade. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
Taking 3 shots.
Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Larkin. He's guarded by Fournier, and he drives in. This one for 3. Sinks the triple. Smits has got 10 points in just the second half.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Larkin. Drills it from outside.
Well, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
First personal foul, first team foul.
The first one falls.
Larkin taking 2 shots.
Larkin hits them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Man, he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, a little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Yeah, when you're not locked in on defense, they will make you pay with an easy finish there.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break, and he was real calm during the timeout. He was smiling when he told the team, we're up. The game plan is working. Go out there and have fun. It's always fun when you're up late, guys.
Thank you, David. That's tipped. Here we go, one-on-one. Oturu with the rebound. From beyond the arc. And unable to corral the miss, and it goes on a play.
To the away team.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Evans goes in. Nwora grabs the board. Nwora's got 6 rebounds in the game. Bryant looking it over. Pass to Nwora. Shot clock at 6.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Covered by Evans. Misses from close range. To the right side. Dorsey misses the 3.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
That one goes. Count it.
big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Over to the left wing. Second shot opportunity. Evans outside. Pass to Peters. To the middle. Here's Milutinov. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
And the shot is good.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
And they pick up 2.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
To the inside, Oturu, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
They maintained focus all night and along the way put on quite a show.
The opposition had no answer for them. The way they attacked them relentlessly was so impressive, man. That was a good win.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Dorsey. Misses the jumper. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And so they get the victory here at home. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah.
Welcome to a special edition of Sunday Night Basketball here on 2K Sports. Alongside Grant Hill and Brent Barry, I'm Brian Anderson. Also with us tonight, our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Thompson in the post. Clock at 6. Releases from 15. Smith's good.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that it's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
Here's Lloyd. Shot is up. Poirier with the rebound. Cuts off the pass. And he banks in the layup.
Sometimes with that much of a height advantage, resistance is futile.
The home team calls timeout. And we're about a minute into the first. Here's Larkin. Pass to Nora. Here's Larkin. 5 on the clock. Here's Poirier. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
And that one's good. Gabriel.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Larkin. And he converts the layup.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Thompson right side. Here's the teardrop, and he was fouled while in the act. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
2 shots. The play is under video review under NBA rules. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
Still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Pass to Gabriel. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Poirier. Smits passes to Poirier. 5 to shoot. Out to the wing. Pass to Larkin. Here's the 3. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Thompson pulls it in.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Ford. No good with the triple.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide-open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Smith, good.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Smith has gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Here's Gabriel. Misses in close. Here's Larkin. Lays it up and banks it in.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Jokic. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, there's such a smoothness to his game. What a soft finger roll.
Thompson outside. The 3-ball. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. They set the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Larkin no good.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Lloyd.
32 seconds left to play in the first. Now Thompson. He's scoreless. Man, showing some terrific range.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Horde. Here's Lloyd. Lets it go from deep. Counted from distance.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line, and I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
We all know good ball movement is what most coaches harp on, and their passing's been excellent so far.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
Now here's Bryant. Three-pointer. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Here's Randolph, covered by Bryant. There's a screen. Here's Randolph. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. He misses the free throw.
Cohen, 2 shots.
Good on the second one. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Driving inside. And the layup falls.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Home team foul. Willis. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Six on the shot clock. Inside. And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Robbed. On the break.
Away team foul. Randolph. First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Willis. Lets the three fly. Kept alive. Lays out. Another shot. And he lays it in.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And the layup is good off the glass. Bryant outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, trying his luck from deep. Pass to Willis. Back to Bryant. Fires the 3. And he's missed his first 2 shots of the game.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Here's Randolph.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And he buries his first look. 1:44 left to play in the half. Bryant outside. Driving in, and then Bryant with the dunk.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, well, I settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. And 1:01 left in the first half of basketball. That three's off the mark.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon. Textbook pass to exploit the fast break. Gets it out ahead for the easy bucket.
Here's the screen by Bryant. From deep. And he missed again. Now 1 of 5.
Can't get anything to go this period. Seems like he's hit a wall. And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Going inside, uses the glass to finish the layup. Bryant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And the shot's good. And we've reached halftime in this one, leading by 6. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
29.
Total team effort. Instead of 5 starters, it's like they've got 7 or 8 guys getting it done. That's how good the reserve.
All right, and now that we are in the later stages of the season, here's how the standings are looking in the East. And that is going to do it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Here's the pick. And there's the turnover. Pass goes out of bounds.
And I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Here's Larkin. Launches it. Sends it home from three-point land. Larkin's got 7 points in the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Now here's Thompson. He's got 5. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. First free throw is good.
Taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Thompson.
Well, you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Driving to the basket. Here's Lloyd. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Right, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Pretty even game right now in Charlotte. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. That evens the score. He's got 10.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Drives to the hoop. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Back to the basics. Unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
And down it goes. 2 points.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
On the wing, Thompson. He has 7. Pass to Nora. Here's Smits. Shot clock at 6. Knocked loose. Thompson outside. Here's Nora, still without a bucket. Here's Smits. Offline with a 3.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Hits the trifecta.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Thompson scanning the floor. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Personal foul, second team foul.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Thompson. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. He's got 9.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Here's Larkin. Out to Thompson. There's the triple. Knocks it down from distance. Thompson's got 12 points in the game.
The three-point shooting has been on point here in the second half.
Pass to Horde. The 3 is up. Drains the triple.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Here's Poirier. Back to Thompson. To the left wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Larkin. Off target at the rim. Fires from deep. Unable to get that one.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
From deep. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
And he lays it up and in.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
All of a sudden, he's balling. Halftime adjustments successful so far.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Pass to Gabriel. There's 31 seconds left in the third. And he gets the bucket.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And the free throw, no good. Here's Larkin. Good work there as it goes. Larkin's got 14 points now in the second half.
It feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Here's Lloyd. Nora grabs the board. Here's Larkin. On the wing, Thompson. Good if it goes. And that's not going to go. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. Up by... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. To the left side wing. 4 on the clock. Pass to Poirier. Stolen. It's a one-on-one situation. Yep, that one's good.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Here's Larkin. Randolph grabs the miss. Defended by Thompson. Ooh, poked away. A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. Pass to Smits. Thompson right side. From downtown. That shot missing. Here's Randolph. Defended by Thompson. 6 to shoot. Pass to Randolph. A deep three. And it's Smits with a rebound. Larkin passes to Thompson. The three. He can't get that one to fall.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Away team foul. Second personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Bryant with it. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Jacks up a 3. No good. Willis has gone 1 for 3 on the night. To the paint. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. To the inside. Here's Oturu. Got it. Good job in the low post.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Takes it inside. Count it.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Bryant outside. Pass to Oturu. Misses from close range. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Fires for 3. Oturu with the rebound. It's starting to feel like desperation time.
Desperation indeed. They're playing against the clock.
Bryant's gone 2 of 7, struggling a bit. Here's Randolph. Covered by Bryant. Tries the spin move. And he makes it on the layup. There's 48 seconds left in the game. Soft touch off the glass. The visitors with the ball. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. No good on the shot.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Shot clock at 5. Fires from way outside. It's going to go the other way.
The ball goes to the away team.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. The visiting club takes the win on the road. Just a gutsy performance on the road. It really was.